Mike Taylor Live is presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. And now, live from San Antonio, Mike Taylor.
Yeah, we're kind of killing two shows here with one stone because of the big Cowboy game tonight with the Eagles, and I've got stuff to do tomorrow. I've got errands to run, so we were worried that we might not be able to do Mike Taylor Live tomorrow night. But we thought, you know what? Let's just have a kick-ass Overreact tonight presented by the law office of Orlando Kell, because usually I do these post-game shows on my phone, which is fine. But I thought we'd bring out all the bells and the whistles tonight because what we're going to do is we're going to replay this tomorrow. So if you're watching this live, I love you hard. If you are watching this on Monday at 10 a.m., hi. It's last night's Cowboys postgame show, but it's a big game, and that's gonna have to suffice. And here we go, man. The Cowboys go out there tonight at Jerry World and beat the shit out of the Philadelphia Eagles, 33-13. And, you know, it wasn't that long ago we did one of these post-game shows at the Ringer, which I will be at the Ringer on Wednesday watching the Spurs and the Lakers. But at least we can drink some beers as we watch the Spurs get their ass beat. But last time we were at the Ringer for one of these Cowboy shows, it was a game in which it was toe-to-toe. It was a hard-fought night. It went back and forth, tit for tat, whatever you want to call that. And then the Cowboys just did not make enough plays down the stretch of the fourth quarter. I got pissed off at Dak, tore him a new one, and ever since then, you know, he's kicked ass. He's been damn near perfect. He's been
Dak Prescott sucks.
He has been the opposite of suck. He has been everything you want him to be since the last Eagles game and then some in the subsequent month or whatever it's been. But that is not, I'm not going to just overreact to the moment here and he goes from, shit to MVP. I'm not going to, it needs to play out, it needs to play out. I'm not saying that he's still not a guy that I don't trust in January, because I don't really. But all we can go on is what we see. And if you'd never seen Dak Prescott ever in his career, if you came down from some other planet, another dimension, you had a time machine and you came to 2023 from 1950, and you just watch Dak Prescott from week 1 to now, you would think this guy is a Hall of Famer. This guy is one of the best 5 quarterbacks in football because since week 1, and he wasn't great the first month of the season, and he did not make enough plays in Philadelphia up there a month ago. But if you look at the body of work, there ain't a quarterback in the league. And what is that? What's their record now? What are we? Cowboys are 10-3. They've got 4 games to go. In the first 13 games of this season. And I know it's playoffs. I get that. But in just this 13 game body of work, there's not a quarterback who has played better than Dak Prescott overall. Not one. Maybe Brock Purdy, not Channel View Zone Jalen Hurts, maybe Tua Tagovailoa. I don't see the Dolphins every week, but just rolling through my head here, I just don't think anybody has played better at that position than Dak is, which is why you're getting all this MVP talk with him, which is fine. It's an ass whip. We'll figure that out in a month. And I think I speak for most Cowboys fans when I say I ain't trying to win the MVP, which that's fine. Yay. I'm trying to win 2 playoff games. I'm not even trying to win the Super Bowl because I don't think the Cowboys can go to San Francisco and win. I just like to get in that game, play in the NFC Championship game. So all of this shit that we've dealt with for the better part of 8-9 years that Dak can't win more than 1 playoff game in the same season will go away. And we can actually start to enjoy Dak. I've loved Dak Prescott from day one. Got pissed off at him because he did not make enough plays in Philadelphia last month. And you can make the case that the Cowboys have played a bunch of shitty teams, and they have. So it's all true. I had arguments with people this past week about Dak. Is it true that Dak's played as well as you can possibly play the position versus any other quarterback in the league in the last 13 weeks? Yes, that's true. Is it true that he struggled the first month of the season when he was trying to get in sync with Mike McCarthy and they had multiple offensive linemen hurt? Did he struggle? Yes. Did he play really well right up until winning time in Philadelphia? And it wasn't like he was horrible in winning time. He just didn't make the same plays. Is that true too? Yeah. But in all the other games, in about 8 out of the last 9 games, has Dak been the best quarterback in football 6 weeks out of the last 9? Yeah, all that's true. I tweeted something, I think, earlier during the game. Dak is playing as well right now as he did at any point before he tore his foot up in the Giants game going on 3 years ago. He just has been. And in some ways, I think you can, and it's funny because they interviewed Dak on NBC a minute ago, and he was saying that he didn't think he played his best tonight. Okay. I think you can make the case that in many ways, Dak Prescott is playing better right now than he ever has, even before the catastrophic injury, especially from the neck up. He's running more, which is good. He's in sync with McCarthy, which is really good. He's making insane plays. He's just in absolute beast mode, automatic machine overdrive right now, and he's in a zone that he's not been in maybe since any point in his career. And it's been awesome to see. Look, I know that they have a brutal schedule here. They've got Miami and they got Buffalo and Miami. And then I think they got Washington and New York to close it out. And the Eagles have basically a cakewalk. And so it's highly possible here the Cowboys go 2-2 and the Eagles go 3-1 here. And still win the division. Now, by the way, if both teams went out, if they finish in a tie, the Eagles still have the damn tiebreaker, as I understand it. So the Cowboys probably won't even win the division, probably. But there ain't no way you can convince me that the Eagles are better than the Cowboys. They're just not. I would love another chance to go up to Philadelphia in a playoff game and get another shot at those people. The Eagles now, the last 2 weeks, looked like one of the worst teams in football. The Eagles got their ass ran over last week at home by the 49ers. Then they go into Arlington tonight and have the same thing happen to them. They're 10-3, and they're probably still going to win the division, I admit, just because of how the schedule shakes down and because they've won so many games already. They are not good. They are not. They're okay. They are not great. The Eagles are good. You can't be 10-3 in the NFL and not be good. They are not great. It's a two-horse race in the NFC for the Super Bowl, and it's San Francisco, obviously one, and the Cowboys are two. I think tonight the Cowboys have solidly established themselves as the second best team in the NFC, and there's no reason why they cannot beat San Francisco. They may play them 10 times and lose 7, but the Cowboys can beat them. But that's not a problem for now. It's a problem, hopefully, in the latter part of January as we get an old school Cowboys 49ers conference championship game. Wouldn't that be badass as I get ahead of myself? But boy, you can only play what's in front of you. And the Cowboys have just been a fucking wrecking ball here for the better part of 2 months. It is Cowboys Overreact. It's also Mike Taylor Live on Monday. Hello. Brought to you by the law office of Orlando Kell. If you need a lawyer, my boy's Orlando Kell. He specializes in family law. He does everything, but really specializes in family law. And his attorneys over there at his office, they uber specialize in taking care of dads. That's something that's near and dear to me. I've got 4 kids, 2 ex-wives, and God knows that, things happen in this life and things change. And where Orlando comes in is not just pre-divorce, but post-divorce. Maybe you need to make a change in your divorce decree. What's up, Big Business, with a $10 donation through the Super Chat? Thank you. I saw you too, Drew Show, with $5. Thank you, boys. I appreciate it. Hey, LG, you get to buy cigarettes tomorrow. How about that? So Orlando specializes in cases that go beyond the divorce, like maybe you're moving, or maybe you want to change visitation, something like that. And you want to get something in the decree changed. Orlando Kell, that's your boy, the official law office of Thunderdome, and Taylor in this show is the law office of Orlando Kell. Big Business, convincing win, but a ton still left to be proven. 4-letter network loves to say Philly has the best offensive line, but Dallas has the better one, no question. Big Mike is in the zone. Tell you what, man. The Eagles have a great offensive line. The Cowboys had one there for a few years, and it really tapered off in the last couple of years. And knock on wood, man, because at any time, and Collinsworth was saying this tonight, it's hard to predict. Oh, the Cowboys are clearly number 2 behind San Francisco. Tell me who the hell's going to be healthy in 4 weeks. Then I'll give you some predictions. You just don't ever know. And the Cowboys had the offensive line was banged up to start the season. Part of the reasons why Dak struggled, no question. You can't take 2-3 offensive linemen out of the game and think it's going to not impact your quarterback anyway. But they've now gotten healthy, as I knock on the table, and they're playing terrific. I don't know about better than Philadelphia. I don't know that. Thank you, Miguel Mascoro. There's 2 more bucks. Another cigarette, LG. I don't know if the Cowboys' offensive line is better than Philadelphia's, but I'll tell you what it was tonight. It was dominant. The Cowboys' offensive line in this particular game just knocked the Eagles' asses all around the ballpark. Just kicked their ass. I don't think Dak was pressured once from Tyron Smith's ankle. And they ran all night long, left and right. So they can really pick their poison too. These little delayed runs with not just Pollard but Rico Dowdle. They can go left between Tyler Smith, the kid from Fort Worth, and Tyron Smith. They can go right with Zach Martin. Cibolo's own Terrence Steele, knock on wood, has recovered from his horrible game in Philadelphia 5 weeks ago or whatever it was, and has been solid and was solid again tonight. Tony Pollard's been a better blocker than I thought he was going to be out of the backfield. So, yeah, and be honest tonight, it was good. They just knocked the Eagles' asses all around the ballpark. It was a great game plan by a coach that had an appendectomy on Wednesday. Not enough's been said about Mike McCarthy and the job that he's done. Well, he's one less appendix, so how much ever that weighs, he weighs that much less than he did on Wednesday night. There was one moment during the game where Mike went running a little bit, and I'm like, uh-oh, hold up, Big Mike. You don't need to be running after 3 days after an appendectomy, homie. But he's been terrific, and the rapport he's got now with Dak, it's pretty awesome. McCarthy's a guy that has never gotten his due. He won a damn Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, of course, but here he is now on his second stint, and he's got Dak Prescott. And Dak gets most of the credit. He's the player. He puts the work in. But he's got Dak Prescott arguably playing the best football of his career, certainly among the best football of his career, and McCarthy deserves a ton of credit for that. And McCarthy deserves a ton of credit because in the same year that now we're seeing Dak put together perhaps his best year ever, who's been calling the plays? Mike McCarthy has. Was it as simple as Kellen Moore needed to go? It's not like Justin Herbert has lit the world on fire in L.A. this year. Puro Pinche Cowboys. What's up, ADC? They look great, man. They look great. Mike McCarthy's doing a great job, and they probably won't win the division, but that's okay. I like the Cowboys up against anybody in football right now. Obviously San Francisco's better. But you start talking about, and Buffalo got to win at Kansas City. Kansas City's starting to struggle some, although I would never rule them out. So I would throw the Chiefs in there. I would throw the Dolphins in there. I really would. I guess I believe in the Ravens. I have a hard time believing in them. So I guess what I'm saying is the Cowboys are one of 5 or 6 teams here. Oh, God, is he going to say it? Yeah. The Cowboys are one of 5 or 6 teams here that there's no reason why they can't go to the Super Bowl. Now, it's all about what number 4 does. If he's the number 4 we've seen in the last 4 weeks, they've got a legitimate chance to go into San Francisco and possibly get a win. That's where they are. And it's 5 weeks after I declared Dak persona non grata because I was pissed off at him and I didn't think that they'd ever be able to win multiple playoff games with him. But all he's done since then has been sensational. The league's not as good this year. It's just not. I'm not trying to poo-poo on Dak or the Cowboys. They've had a lot of layup games this year. And a lot of teams have. The Eagles have had a lot of layup games. Look at the Eagles. Look how unimpressive they looked last week and this week. That's a 10-win team, for fuck's sake. They're going to win the division probably. And they're just all right. The league is not very good. There's 4 or 5, 6 teams that can go to the Super Bowl. And because Dak's playing terrific, because they have such depth around him, because they have such a good defense, and because the NFL is just not as deep, there's no reason why Dallas can't be one of the teams that winds up going to the Super Bowl. Eddie's in here. The team looked great with the exception of the Dak fumble, but overall, great team chemistry. Looks great. Shit, it's going to happen. And Dak alluded to this, and Dak was pissed and took, it wasn't Dak's fault. Hell, Fletcher Cox is a Hall of Famer. Guys are going to make plays. It happens. It's gonna happen. But like Dak was saying, look, we didn't give up 13, we gave up 6. That fumble was on me. Our defense only gave up 6 to the defending NFC champions. It's pretty badass. What else tonight? Eric Bishop with a $20 super chat. Shit. What Eric? Hell, G, we need to start doing these post games every night. We're gonna make this kind of money. About that. What's up, Eric Bishop? Big fan, Mike. Does Stephen Gilmore get the national recognition that he should? Well, he did tonight. The receivers he's faced and shut down is impressive. AJ Green, etc. AJ Brown, props to old Glory Hole on a good trade there. Yeah, Glory Hole only sent a 5th round pick.
I want me some Glory Hole
to get Stephen Gilmore. Gilmore is a guy that's probably going to the Hall of Fame, y'all. And I think maybe Cowboy fans weren't, and I know I certainly was aware of him, but it's not like you're watching the Colts every week, in the last 10 years. That guy's been in the league 10, 11 years. That guy came in here and brought immediate credibility to that position. An all-pro type guy who was supposed to team with Trayvon Diggs, remember him, and make one of the Cowboys, have one of the most solid cornerback combos in football. And what's happened is, thank God, Deron Bland looks like Jim Thorpe out there, although he was quiet tonight, wasn't he? But he didn't need to do much. Bland is broken the record for pick sixes. He leads the world in interceptions. He's going to be a first-team All-Pro. Deron Bland could get hurt tonight on the way home and not play any more games, and he's probably still first-team All-Pro. And I was thinking about this earlier during the game. As good as Deron Bland has been, what's up, Bill Harley? Thank you, homie. $2. as good as Deron Bland has been, and he should get 95% of the credit, it makes you start wondering how much of Bland's breakout season has been big business with another $5. Y'all keep it coming for the law. I feel like a televangelist up here. Get. It's just so easy. It's so easy. Just get your fingers on the phone and click enter, and you get your heart right with Jesus and help the church. Help the church of Taylor. I appreciate it. And by the way, since y'all are throwing out so much money tonight, won't you become a member of our regular YouTube page and our channel? It's $6 a month. That's $36 for the whole year. Homeboy just gave us $20. That's 80% of a membership. For $6 a month, $36 for a whole year, you get me and you get all that members only love. But anyway, I digress. I wonder how much of just Stephon Gilmore's presence on the other side has led to Deron Bland's incredible season. Seattle was going at his ass last week. Deron Bland, now he got the pick six and broke the record, but they were throwing the ball on him because the Seahawks have a damn good receiver core. It's arguably better than the Eagles. They got shut down tonight. But Gilmore's so good, teams have had to throw over to Deron Bland's side. And Deron Bland, thank you, Drew Show, Deron Bland has turned it into an all-pro season, but it just makes you wonder how much of that has had to do with Stephon Gilmore's presence. That's a good one. Hugo, how about that kicker looking like Robbie Gould? Hey, F you, Hugo. You just wanted to put Robbie Gould in the chat. You was messing with me, man. You just messing with me. I don't know what to say about this kid, man. Plano zone. Brandon Aubrey, who was a soccer player, flamed out in the MLS, played in the Canadian League, and was on back-to-back championship teams with somebody in the Canadian League. And Bones Fossil found his ass up there. And look at him out. Oh, look at that. Matthew Taylor. That's my brother, the truck driver, with a $19.99 donation through the Super Chat. All right, LG, let me stop right there. How does he give a $19.99 donation and the other guy gave $20? My brother being a dick, or did it not let him upgrade to $20? How's that work?
I think you can put whatever you want in there. I think
$19.99, man. What is that?
Yeah.
Send him 99 cents back. I don't want change. I'm like a drug dealer. I don't want change. You gonna give me something? Give me the bills. Give me them bills. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. Love you. I hope to see you soon. Don't Red on Me podcast in here. Are you going to sue Tirico for stealing your trademark phrase, the Dak Duck or Dak some Duck or whatever it is? It's Duck and Dak. Yeah, he called it the Dak Duck. I picked up on that. Yeah, a lot of y'all were pointing that out. I don't think Tirico and what he means when Tirico said Dak Duck, I don't think he means exactly what I mean when I say Dak Duck. I tell you what, however y'all want it to mean, we ducking that Dak tonight for sure, right, LG? You ready to duck that Dak, Eagles fan? You ducking that Dak? I'm ducking that Dak. Who ducking that Dak? We all be ducking that Dak. We be ducking him Dak. LG. Drew, Mike, this is how those streamers. What's up? AJ in San Antonio with $2. This is how those streamers make bank. Late night streams. Everybody's drunk, high, and horny and in a giving mood. I guess so. Shit. We may have to move Mike Taylor live to 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we might have to move platforms to OnlyFans too.
No shit. Y'all gonna be up here. Y'all up in here throwing out money late at night. I may have to rethink when we do our regular show, man. That's good shit. Thank y'all. It is Cowboys Overreact presented by the law office of Orlando Kell. I'm trying to go to the tweeters. A lot of y'all got a lot of tweeters up in here. What's up? I appreciate all the viewers too tonight. El Harley 210. Cowboy's girlfriend is getting smashed tonight, but she's still taking an Uber home afterwards. Just saying. And maybe that's the slogan of the year. Go ahead and smash Cowboy's girlfriend, but just don't let her stay. That's where we are. We're all too gun shy. You can't let her move in. She wants to come over. That's good. That's fine. That's good. But we'll talk in January before we talk about moving back in and all that kind of thing. But I appreciate that. Yeah, but yeah, that's where we are with Cowboy's girlfriend. Not to be trusted. No one's to be trusted. but they can't finally win 2 playoff games until the playoffs. All we can do is react to what we have seen so far, and we've seen a Cowboy team catch a groove here. And they were in pretty good little groove going into the first Philadelphia game, but since then they have annihilated everybody, including a solid Seattle team. And I think that Seattle could give Philadelphia a really good game. I think they play them next Monday night. The Eagles are staring at a 3-game losing streak right now. The Seahawks are no joke. They can play. They're a solid ball club. So the Cowboys beat their ass, and the Cowboys have now beaten the Eagles' ass. Then they got to go to Buffalo next week. The Bills are just desperate. The Bills have just really been a huge disappointment, playing 500 ball. Coaches in battle for some dumb shit he said about 9/11 some time ago. Josh Allen's under fire for being a turnover machine. But Buffalo went into Arrowhead earlier today and beat the Chiefs. Got East Texan Patrick Mahomes all pissed off, going on rants about the referees and stuff when the game was over. So Buffalo's feeling pretty good about itself again, and that's where the Cowboys got to go next week. And I can only assume the weather is going to be shit up there in that Buffalo. So yeah, so it's only going to get harder. So you got a hard fought in the trenches, probably in the snow game with the Bills, and then you get back home to the friendly confines, but you got the high flying Dolphins in here. So we'll know a lot more in the next couple of weeks. But for now, all we can do is go on what we see. Thank you, Hugo QZ Mendoza, $4.99 through the super chat. Damn, we are making some money tonight, LG. I mean, I was getting ready to start signing off because it's late, but they gonna still keep getting the money. I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna stay up on here. You know, I'm like a guy at the corner. I got a good. I was about to go to the shelter, but damn, you're gonna keep giving money. I'm gonna go and hang out here on the corner. What's up, Jameson Bedoy? Orale, puro pinche Cowboys with a $4.99. Tammy, pretty damn good show tonight, guys. Tammy and what's up, Tammy and Rob up on the ATX. That's Austin getting represented tonight by Thunderdome. I appreciate y'all. On Ed Bermea with a $1.99 chat. Thank you, Ed Bermea. Thank y'all hard.
Is that the same Jameson Bedoy that brought over those baked goods at one time?
All those years ago. He's still with us.
Yeah,
he's still by the channel, man.
Let's remember those kolaches were bomb.
The great Bedoy Bakery. You got to be Poodle San Antonio to know about Bedoy Bakery. They still got the 2 locations, or have they just gone to the 1? Miguel says, I'll give $2 more if LG drops another fart drop. Boom. He fucking didn't even have to think about it. Maybe we can't go to bed because they won't stop donating money. You should see what's on the other side of this room right now. I'm taking a picture of this. It's funny. I told her we'd be off by 11. Somewhere. Look at that. That girl's always taking pictures of my ass asleep. She's passed out watching TV. I told her we'd be done already. Oh, man. AJ in San Antonio. LG actually gets paid, or do you just treat him like Milton from Office Space and just stop paying him? He gets paid. I mean, he's actually, no bullshit, he's actually in charge of the money. I trust LG not to embezzle from our company. He's a good man. I trust him. He's actually in charge of all that shit. And when we blow up here in the next 3 months or so, when we really blow up here by the end of the year, maybe we'll get us an accountant, and LG will have one less thing he has to worry about. Oh, look at Big Business with $20 more. God damn, I never catch these overreacts. Thank you, Taylor, for these Fergie equals Super Witten beers on me next time, Poodle. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, how about Ferguson? That's another thing I haven't even mentioned in the last couple of weeks. He has just really come on. And I wasn't sure if it was just a product of the system or Dak's getting good at getting him the ball. But he's not just some tight end benefiting from being in a system. He is, don't get me wrong, it's part of it. But Ferguson has made plays. It's not just, hey, let's just get you open, and he catches the ball and falls down like a ding dong normal tight end who can't run. He's out there hurdling people. He's out there getting yaks, man. He's getting yards after the catch. So shout out to Ferguson. He may go to the Pro Bowl this year. Big business with another $20 super check. God dang, man. Keep that shit coming. Yeah. What have we made already? We made over $100. Shit. That's how we get. That's how we make it right there. See? Why am I out here busting my ass trying to get advertising? I'll just do these
I
late
know.
night shows, man.
The system can't even keep up right now. It's just, it's struggling.
I mean, why? Shit, to hell with trying to get don't get me wrong. I love you, Orlando Kell. I love that Texas cheer sticker right up there above my head.
Ruben's playing with us, $1.69.
Come on, Ruben. I'll dance for you, but I ain't dancing for $1.69.
Somebody throw us 420.69 right now.
That'd be funny. Come on, yeah, 420.69. What's up? Now, don't get me wrong. I love my lawyer. I love that big Texas cheer banner right there above my head. But the more money y'all give, the less I have to worry about that kind of stuff. Shit, we get 4,000 or 5,000 paid members. My ass ain't got. We don't need any sponsors. They'll be coming to us. All right, that's it.
I don't have the big old long black one drop. I've been trying to find it, but
we got to get
anybody has that. It's Jerry talking about an old truck he was driving.
Correct. That's right. Have you not been able to find that?
I can't find it anywhere. No.
Big business with a $690 installment payment installment here. Yeah, sorry, we don't have big old long black one. That goes back to training camp at the Alamo Dome years ago with Wade Phillips, and Jerry was doing one of his media sessions, and I was actually sitting there with the Bear, with Jim Bob.
So you guys probably recorded that yourselves.
We did.
Yeah,
we got it ourselves. And Ford, they just announced that Ford was the official truck of the Cowboys. Ford Tough, and they were changing. That was going to be the name of training camp. Cowboys training camp brought to you by Ford Tough, right? And so Jerry was talking about how he loves Ford trucks, and that's all I ever drove as a kid. Matter of fact, my first car was a beautiful, beautiful Ford pickup truck, big old long black one. That's where we got that. That's where that comes from. And yeah, if you could find that somehow, some way, LG, I'd love you forever and hard. Still will, but even harder.
Yeah. Your brother's in here. Yeah, I could take it from one of the old iHeart recordings. I just have to find an episode with a clean, play of it. Nobody laughing over it.
Oh yeah, we'd have to go back to the old.
I just have to find one episode where it gets fired off, and then I could take it.
Yeah. We'd have to go back to and listen to the old shows on the old the old iHeart.
They're
radio
all still
app.
up there, so.
Yeah, are they really? That's cool.
Yeah,
I thought
they're still making money off of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, man, I don't have hard feelings with iHeart. I don't, and not the company for sure. You can't work for 16 years for somebody and not love a lot of people. But obviously, did I have beef with some people? Well, sure. Yeah, I mean, it happens. You know somebody that long, that's gonna happen. So Craft Beer Bob now wants to hear, how about them Cowboys for $1.99? It's late. All right, yeah, it's getting late. Y'all might have to spend more than $1.99. LG ain't just going to tap dance for $1.99. That's the last one. It's got to be double digits from now on, or we want no more drops, at least until tomorrow. It's funny that he asked about that drop, and you mentioned the old iHeart app and them still making money off me. Do you know that yesterday marked the 6th month to the day that I quit iHeartRadio? 6 months yesterday.
I mean, how would I not know? You released a social media video about it.
Well, I don't. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't see it. I mean, not the whole universe sees everything you post.
I saw it.
Yeah. And it's been 6 months, man, and we're still doing this shit. So I thought I would. This is the first time we've been on this channel doing a show, and I just wanted to say muchas gracias. I mean, this thing's still going along here. Neither one of us are going to be able to retire anytime soon, but that's okay. But there's no way that this thing's still going 6 months later as my full-time job without the support of our viewers, our listeners, Thunderdomers, and of course our sponsors: Texas Cheer Liquor, Law Office of Orlando Kell, R&R Auto Glass, and sponsors that have had a swim with us as a sponsorship. My boy, remember Hank Hank, my boy Hank. Anybody who has had a part of this show, whether it's a viewer, a supporter, partner.
His name is Hank.
This thing's still going because of all of us. Me and LG are doing this show, but y'all are watching it. And even if 1 million of y'all were watching it, if it wasn't making any money, it doesn't matter how many folks you got. We'd have to pull up and do something else. But we plan on continuing this podcast into 2024. I don't want to be one of these people that does podcasts for funsies. If it's not worth especially for LG, like I could do a podcast on my own, I'm at my house every night like this, but to the level that we do it, the professional look that it has because of what Lawrence brings to this show, you make it look like a big time show. Obviously, I'm at my apartment tonight because it's late. I didn't go to the studio, but what LG has done this year, we're not going to do a show that is that technically awesome unless it remains viable, and y'all have kept it viable. And so we have agreed to continue this deal into the new year. And we've got some things we're planning that we just don't want to get to. We just kind of want the calendar to flip. Thank you, Jameson, with $1.99. We want the calendar to flip into January, and we've got some stuff that we really, really want to do that we think is going to be really, really great. And I can't wait for y'all to see it, what we have in store. And then we'll see where we are next summer. And if it's still viable, we'll keep doing these damn things. But it's been 6 months yesterday, and it's been awesome. And I appreciate it very, very much. My 6-month no compete is now over, which means I can work for any radio station I want anywhere. Not that anyone's called me, well, that's not true. Not that I.
Oh, I've got a no compete that I need you to sign real quick.
Oh, you do? You need me to sign one for us?
Yeah.
No. You don't like it? That's fine. I'll sign it because while I would not consider other gigs, there is no way that I would go back to regular radio if I had to give up this podcast. Why on earth would I do that? We have too good of a thing going. And I also wouldn't want like another radio show to hurt this show, right? LG and I are in this together for the long haul. And again, like if a station wanted to hire me, LG is going to need to be my producer and get paid a salary too wherever we go. That's just going to, and that's all there is to it. There was a network that reached out to us, and LG, he can attest to this. A network reached out to us not long ago about doing something for them. And we took a look at it. We thought about it for a couple of days. I thought I was probably going to do it. And
yeah, initially I was like, yes.
Initially,
right. Before I heard everything, I was hell yes. It was a hell yes.
But it did not work out because it did not. And I'll just be honest with you, they were offering no salary, which was insane. It was a situation where they were going to put us on a network, give us an outlet on their channel, but LG and I were going to have to be responsible for selling it ourselves. And I just was not going to do that, and especially not if it was going to hurt the current podcast that we're doing. That being said, yeah, now the other stuff may come along, but I just don't see me doing anything else. And I may go do something else entirely different to supplement the income. I might go. Don't be shocked if I wind up teaching or working at a bank or whatever, or driving a truck. But I'm not giving up this podcast, even if I did another radio station. I am Unreal Super Chat, $10. What's up, man? Thank you, dude. Get Greg Simmons as a guest. Stop fucking around. I wouldn't even know how to get a hold of that guy anymore. I've hung out with him over the years a little bit. He was.
Yeah, who hasn't?
Okay.
If you've frequented any bar in San Antonio, you've probably hung out with them without even knowing it.
I never got the sense that Greg was a big fan of mine. I think that the only reason he hung out with me in the times that he did was through associated people that we knew that happened to also be there. It's not like Greg and I have ever gone out to drink by ourselves. So, I mean, you gave $10. All I can do is reach out and give it a shot. All right, that's it. It is really getting crazy late now, and I got a lot of crap to do tomorrow. So I appreciate everybody that watched this one live. A lot of people that are going to tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m., they're going to see this show. But it was a good show. I think it was worth it. And so there's that business. We're back 10 a.m. We're going to be back live again Tuesday at 10 for Ass Whip Tuesday. We'll start paying off some more of our Red Kettle segments and see where these Cowboys are and see where these ding-dong Longhorns are and see what else is going on in the world. You boys push that like button. Punch it in the face.
Yeah,
Click
by the way,
bell.
we're about 85 members away or subscribers away from you getting a mullet.
Hell yeah. So that's the bit. So we have 2,900, how many? Something?
Yeah, something like that.
20 subscribers. Now, I mentioned memberships earlier. Subscriptions are free. To subscribe, it's absolutely free, right? Yeah. And we're almost to 3,000. If we get to 3,000, LG's going to go full-blown Marbach Miracle Edgar haircut.
Yep.
I'm going to go full-blown Mike Gundy mullet. The Gundy mullet. I'm going to go the gullet. He's going to go with the Edgar. But we got to, as soon as we get to the 3,000 membership mark, that's what we're going to do.
Did you just make that up?
Subscription mark. Yeah, I said, yeah, it's a gullet.
That's not bad. We have to roll with
Mike
that.
Gundy. Thank you, homie. Yeah. So, so we're 80 from 3,000 subscribers, but we also want to build those members. So become a member. That's just $6. If you donate $6 and become a member and dedicate yourself to that, I ain't got to donate no more money on these little shows like this. Just throw you $6 in a month. We good. Keep that going. We good. We get 3 or 4, 5,000, and then we fine. And we'll end it with Jameson, because that guy and I, we've kind of known each other for a long time. He's been listening to this show for well over a decade. Mike, keep on rolling, man. We're going to be listening and supporting, brother. Thank you, B-Doy. Thank you.
Yeah, 2 bakeries, by the way.
Yeah, it's 2 now. Very good. All right, that's it. We're done. It's late, and I got to go to bed. Love y'all hard. Back in here Tuesday at 10 a.m. for Ass Whip Tuesday. Cowboys roll over the Eagles tonight. What was it, 33-13, something like that? Doing well, Cowboys. All right, that's it. We be done. We'll see y'all in here Tuesday at 10 a.m. Love y'all hard. Go to sleep. $6 make you hot.
Come back, you puppy!
Mike Taylor Live is presented by Texas Cheer Liquor.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
What do we get for $10?
This is a Bronx bound